All right, peace, peace, peace. Yeah, I just want to come back with a quick video. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about this real quick. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High house shot is blessing our day by His mercies weren't consumed. Hold on, I have to. Hold on, y'all. Oh snap! I have to fix my. Yeah, my bad. Oh yeah. Fix my. So anyway, yeah. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High house shot is blessing our day by His mercies weren't consumed. Yeah, I was still want to talk about this because I was talking about this with my actual brother that was here, like um last week or last week or a few days ago. Yeah, I think it was last week. And also too, I was talking about this with my coworker. And I mentioned this a lot, man. A lot of times too, what I'm noticing now is people want the titles and things or the power and the titles, things of that nature, but they don't they don't want the work that comes in with that, man. Because a lot of times too, that's any field I'm seeing now. You want the um so when we see this in the scripture, man, you want the power, you want the title, you want the esteem or the place that this man has, but you didn't put the work they did put the work that man put in. You don't want that, man. So just like we kind of see this with number 16 with just sons of Korah with Moses, man. Y'all wanted this, but that's all reason why the Most High house chose the right man, because had that been the sons of Korah in Exodus 32, shoot, we probably wouldn't even been here, man. That's just is what it is, man. That's why that Moses being an intercessor in at that point, and that's why he was the meekest man on earth, man. That's why the Most High house shot, that's why he's the, like 2 Ezra 7:19 says, he's the ultimate judge, man. Because that's why one, always, shout out to brother. No, so I think shout out to brother sent me his firstborn. And somebody in the class one time saying, listen, how we chose the people. We chose Saul, but the Most High, Yahushua chose David, man. So that's it is what it is. But I said it to say, man, because a lot of times people want the titles, but they don't want to put the work, or want the credit, or want the esteem, or want the just a claim from just existing, man, and that's where we end up in this whole participation trophy era, man. We live in that now, man, because like I said, I seen a clip with Mace, in an interview. I think I mentioned the story in past, man. He said, listen, his son was in the league, a sports league, and at the end of the league, they was given all his they were given what you call him, his the play the participants, the children in there, the youth in there, they gave him trophies. And May said to the son, no, give it back. And he said, listen, no, give it back. Pretty much what he was telling him was, no, you got to earn that, man. Pretty much he was teaching him earn that. He said, listen, that brought kind of trouble and me and my wife and my household. But he said then he eventually got the trophy when he earned it. But yeah, man, that's a fact, man. So, and that's why we're in that, because a lot of times too, we were just it's like a lot of times too with women, a lot of times too, and it's nothing different because Jeremiah 6:2, what I'm about to bring out, you just want credit, or you just want this from just merely existing, things of that nature. That's all I always say. There's certain things you got to do. That's because, but if on a spiritual tip, that Jeremiah 6:2, that's what I'm really talking about. We don't just that's just because we being people, but being Israel, we just don't get okay. There's more to it than that. Just it's no different than the you want the women that we can talk about, that we get on, they just want all this power or this esteem and this credit just for existing, man. Because I was actually talking about that with my my actual brother, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all brothers go through this as well, we're dealing with these, especially these women now, just you don't get nothing just for existing, there's more you had to do, that's just this existence, just the same. But what else as a nation, you okay, we just don't you just don't get things just for existing at all. And that's what that breeds entitlement, things in nature. That's why and it's good. Don't get it twisted, man, because I of course, what did David say? Listen, there's no nation upon thee, on earth upon thee. There's a bunch of things. There's a bunch of scriptures, things in nature. Listen, no, it's good that it's it's a great thing to be Israelite, man. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a great thing. It's actually the truth. We're the apple of the Most High House's eyes. Don't get that twisted, man. But it's still you don't want to have that entitlement mentality too. That's what this world is breeding, especially now with this current generation, man. They just think you're supposed to merely get something because you exist, man. We're seeing that now more in different avenues of world, man, because that's what's kind of going on in the sports world now, man. Like, this is kind of going on with that, man. Because, like, a lot of times too, like, back in the day, man, like that's why I did that video about what Herman Edwards said. Like, listen, you play to win the game, man. That's what you play to do. Like, just like Paul says, like, I run the way so I can tame you in this, so you can get the kingdom, so you can get it, man. That's what it is. But that's just is what it is, man. But I said to say, man, because a lot of times too, because we see that in, so like I said, the sports world, not just because it's really the main catalyst, because people say this started with LeBron James, but I think he's more of a product of his time period. It's more of the time period that we're in, man. Because a lot of times too, like, listen, like, yeah, you did go to, like, it's great as, like, because it's one of my favorite players, but it's great as he is things of nature. But, like, man, you have went to 10 finals 10 times. That's a great thing, but a lot of times, like, but you lost a lot though. It's like, you gotta not sometimes like, not all of it was his fault, but most time was his fault. But certain things happened, and most times it was his fault. But yeah, man, you just don't get credit. You like Herman Edwards said back in the day. That's what sports era that I grew up in. But you play to win the game. But that's just more of a thing that's going on now with sports. Where he was kind of callous of it, but it's not because people merely blame him for that. But I can't blame him for that. It's more of he's just callous of it, that he's just the main popular one in the time period doing it. Because we're seeing that in the sports world, or just as different avenues of life in general, man. Like, just like okay, you just don't get anything from merely existing or just for getting there. No, man. Like, you gotta you gotta get the job done. You gotta get the mission accomplished. Like, not just for merely existing or merely participating in it. No, man. Like, but I'm about to read this in Sirach chapter 8 real quick, man, because let me read this too, man, because this is also going to respect our persons, but like but I'm just gonna get into but it's going into like what I'm saying them right now. It says, "Go not with a judge, for they will judge him according to his honor." And this is a balanced scripture. This is a balanced thing too, because one, this is going to respect your persons. You don't want to do that. But two, like because depending on the situation. But two, this is also going into like you didn't put in the work with that judge to put in, because a lot of times too, like you have people actually was a Jake in Florida that actually he represented himself in court even though he didn't have a case. So it's like that's an example of that scripture too. Like y'all probably seen that clip before. Y'all didn't. It's just hilarious. What did he say? He said, if you think I'm playing, God damn it, I'm not. But he had crazy hair. I don't know why. The brother was, that was just too much. But the point is that you haven't put in the work that judge put in, man. You haven't put in the work that he put in. So no, you don't want to, because one, people gonna go according to his honor, man. Because like I always say, speaking of LeBron, just if I walk in the room with LeBron James, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, of course they're gonna go for a business idea, for a business pitch or things of that nature, business meeting. Of course they're gonna go with it out of those three, man. Because I haven't put in the work in that. If I'm just kickstarting my business, I'm just going into like my business, whatever, my business endeavor, or like a Floyd Mayweather. Of course they're going to get that respect. Of course they're going to go with them, because I haven't put in the work that those men put in. Honestly, now have I been been in business as like in the business world, had been in that at the same time as them, and if I had like a better idea, now okay, that's when that respect of persons comes in. I mean, of course, that in your mind, honestly, naturally, you got to think like that, because one, we live in an idolatrous society, and two, like people will respect their person, so like they're going to do that. But honestly, that's when that comes in, like okay, there's like if I've been putting the same work that those men put in, that still shouldn't surprise you to a degree, because they have more popular name. But if my business, hey, hypothetically, my business idea was better than like than theirs, like even theirs was probably good, whatever, but my business idea is better, okay, that's what it is. But say if I just started just came in the game, whatever, and I want to claim the esteem of that, esteem of that, like of them. If I want not to claim esteem, I want the respect that they had. No, I'm not, because like I didn't put in the work that they put in. Because a lot of times people want the titles, but they don't want to put in the work, man. Because that's just is what it is right there, man. Because a lot of times we see this too, man. Like we see this too. Certain times, like I was talking about this with my brother, because he's a dancer, man. Like and like I said, mentioned in the sports world, man. Like we see this a lot too. He's a dancer, man. He's been dancing his whole life. He's an artist, man. I don't even just call him dancer. He's an artist, man. He said a lot of times too, like listen, like a lot of of times like people in that like and like that come in that like they would just want to this in general, whatever field you're in, people want to come in. They want to come in just off of merely existing. They want to come into a field of endeavor, and they want to respect. Like, listen, you like you back in like me coming up, and I'm pretty in like previous generations, like you had to earn your stripes, whatever field you in. Nowadays, it's you as people want to come in and want this the claim, the respect of that. Like, man, you just came in like a few months ago. You just came in this field of endeavor, like uh, you know, not that long, like a year, what you call, man, like you're like only a year or a few months in, and you want this, like, no, man, you gotta earn your stripes, man. It's like I was working with my homie back in like last summer in the law firm, like we was talking about this, man, like how certain times people come in jobs like that, they listen, wanting to raise things, and they say like, no, man, you gotta earn your stripes before you get, like, give it at least a year or two, then, because in that field, whatever job, because depending on what job you're in, like, it might, a year might be long enough, for a year or two sometimes, but probably a year, I get it. Give a year or two, then you might just go into for a raise things and nature. But certain times, Jake, they come in like, and not just Jake, other people too. The people just come in like, with, listen, I just come in, I just want to, well, especially Jake, because they just want to come in like just wanting to raise or wanting to, like, bro, you've been here for like 2 months, man. Like, no, you gotta come in, earn the stripes, put in the work. Then you can get that, man. But we see this in sports world all the time, man. People want, or I've seen this in the sports world, the music world, things of that nature, or other fractions like people want the like want to be all time greats. Like, man, you come out, you have one good season, or like or you got one song, now you calling yourself the greatest of all, the quote unquote GOAT, or the greatest of all time. I should be mentioned, like, bro, you have one hot song, or you have one good season, man. No, it's consistency, it's body where you kind of constantly gotta do it. It's the same thing in the walk, man. No, man, it's constantly, man. It's like, it's what you think these men have genealogies in heaven and earth, because like, they no, man, they constantly kept, they kept the faith of the Most High outside to their death. They did it all their days, man. So or sometimes even the Most High took them, because Isaiah 57:1, he takes merciful, man. Because that was what Psalm is about. Listen, like, certain men, like they were so righteous and for such a short amount of time, like Enoch per se, or like, and the Most High took us, like, listen, he was so pleased with them, like, listen, I'm gonna take you short in lifespan, but he put in Enoch put in a lot of more work. He was more righteous than a lot of people that lived thousands of years or more than him. So yeah, man, it's with that. So it's like that sometimes, man. So like a lot of times people want to work, but like, want the esteem, but don't want to put the work in, man. They want the title, but don't want to put the work in for it, man. That's not good to have, man. You gotta put the work in for that, man. Like, can't do that, man. Still, because still got earning stripes, man. Because back in the day, whatever field you endeavor, I'm noticing this in different fields in general, man. Like, earning stripes. That's not like, the thing. Actually, my brother, one of my brothers, he's in CL school, man. He said a lot of people in that, they having that mentality, like, listen, I'm just gonna show up and do this. No, man, you gotta put in the work in, man. So like, so it is what it is with that, man. I just want to touch on that, man. So gotta put in the work in. You play to win the game, man. Honestly, man, you gotta put in the work. Speaking of Mace, man, because like, and that's where that correct. I wanted to find that clip. I was looking for that clip the other day, man, because it was a sit down between Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, man. He said even the greats, man, they still had to hear that correction. They still had to get that teaching, that coaching, that correction, man. No matter how long they was doing this, because Tom Brady's telling Patrick Mahomes, yeah, he said, listen, sometimes you don't want to hear it, but you have to hear it though. Like, when you make a mistake, or like, that correction, things of that nature, man. Because like, even he was years in, but Bill Belichick was constantly on him, and Patrick Mahomes even said the same thing. I was going to get that, I was looking for that clip to talk about, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, no matter, even sometimes like, so shoot, certain OGs of mine, they say, listen, I still have older people telling me what, like, telling me things that got me. Certain people, elders in the word, so that's, listen, they have elders, man. So no matter how long you're in the field endeavor, you still gonna need that mentorship, that correction, that coaching, things and nature. Still need that guide as well, man. But also too, man, also, too, like I was saying, even Mace earlier, man, because I remember seeing the clip of Mace. He said, "Yes, he said, listen, man, that's what made our era so better, man." Because a lot of times too, he said, "Listen, man," he said when he was recording his first album, Harlem World, I believe it came out actually 97, the year I was born. But when he was when he was recording that, he said, listen, like D Dot, when the D Dot, or yeah, that was a producer, I believe. He said, he would stop recording. He said, yo, man, listen, you want to record that again, man? No, try that again, over and over. He said, listen, did you just hear this Busta Rhymes song? Did you hear this new Jay-Z song? Did you just hear this new you on the same label as Biggie. Shoot, you had Redman out that time. You had Wu-Tang out during that time. You got the Def Squad, J. Rue the Damager out that time. You got that whole '90s era things, and this you had. You know who your competition is, man. You gotta come better than that, man. You got DMX, you got like the Locks, you got Mobb Deep, you got Big Pun, you got all these people out during your time, man. He said, listen, you wanna you might want to go in there and record that again, man. Like, you want me to play this song for you? That's what in the clip. That's what he's saying, man. But pretty much, man, he's like, yeah, man, that's what we're missing, man. Like, just now, just in general, man. I used that example, but that's what I'm missing. Like nowadays, that just like, no, that do it again type of thing. No, try it again, try it again, try it again. Not just saying that, just telling people how great they are. No, you gotta put in the work, man. So I just want to touch on that, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. But let me read this. Sirach 8:4 again. It says, go not law with a judge, for they will judge him according to his honor. Yeah, man. And sometimes in this aspect, in this thing, rightfully so, man, because the work that judge put in. Now also too, it's a balance too, because it could be respect to a person, but also too, man, you didn't put in the work that man put in, but you want the claim and glory of it, but you didn't put the work in. You didn't put in the work in that man put in. Just like, with Moses and sons of Korah, man. Like, didn't went through half the things Moses went through, man. He didn't leave all the riches and things of that nature of Egypt just to suffer with you. You didn't do that, but you want the acclaim that he did gets, or the esteem that you think gets, but you just want the claim, but you don't know what goes behind that. You don't know what goes into that. People want to esteem and praise the things, but you don't know what the work that these people put in behind the scenes, man. You just see the glitz and glamour, the esteem that they give. You don't know what they put in, man. So it is what it is, man. So hopefully edifying. So peace.